During 1980s, 1990s, it was rare to find stones there. Nowadays, at least you can see during the dry season, you can see most of the stones. It changed because most of the bushes were cleared. There was a lot of deforestation, and they cleared without replacing.
We had never seen River Mpanga drying, but in these cases, today, we reach some seasons and you find the water table is lessening. But originally, the river was very pure and clean. It had its green vegetation covering it. The bottom of the water was clean. We never had this rubbish. The water was pure.
I have seen big changes. When I was young, the forest cover was more. We used to have a lot of native trees, which you can't see anymore around. This time we have eucalyptus. We have other trees, but the actual indigenous trees that we used to have, you cannot easily see them. And the pressure at which we want the space for farming, the wood for cooking, there's a big change, both in the protected area as well as community-owned land.
In conservation and restoration, there was that bad attitude about some of the tree species we are having. That's why most of them, they were cut down in the communities because of those bad attitudes and myths about them.
Tukyali mu kibira tukaba tulinayo kalituusi n'abandi bakagula kalituusi bazitwala ag'okuba ngu balendeze enku obutaza kulumba kale omuntu kusanga alina emiti yeeye ataze kulonda enku hale so na kalituusi.
Conservation is important in different ways. We do conserve trees, and through the trees we get rain where we do grow our crops. And here, agriculture in this community, it is the main activity where people grow different crops and earn a living to sustain their families.
There is no water, plants are not coming up. We are planting, they are not coming up because of the rainfall. People had to cut down trees, forests are not there. We are walking even very long distances to go and fetch water. So that's the way how we are suffering.
I also wish in this school to be full of trees.
You find that the Christians or the Christianity, they say if you have the Xanthosellum glete, that's omtatembwa, you're not supposed to have it. That is an evil tree. People, they cut it down. They have no idea about these indigenous tree species. Or if it was still young, it is uprooted. They say, no, this one, it is an evil tree. It is used in witchcraft. There is Cordia africana and Cordia millenii, that's Omutumba. They say that if you have it at home, the girls will not get married. So such attitudes, so they used to take us back in conservation.
Kibale Conservation Club went to Bugode Town Council to plant trees along the road reserve. And by planting trees, so people thought we are staying in their plots because the trees are being planted in front of their plots. We were abused, some chased us, and some uprooted the trees.
Before it was turned into a national park, the people collected resources under no restriction. The moment it was said or declared as a national park, there was a limit how much resources that one can get and how. Meaning that everything that you have to go and get, you have to get a permit, which was not there. I cannot hesitate to mention the crop riding.
All the communities around this park, most of them complain about crop raiding, especially elephants and baboons. People sleep in the gardens at night. They don't sleep when it is the season.
Living in the community, we have to adapt possible ways. We have to think of solutions towards the problem.
And through Ministry of Water and Environment, the government of Uganda have tried to protect the buffer zone that is 100 meters from river Mpanga.
2 sides of my land was taken. To me, the way this was done, really, it is very much itching. Because I don't see how it can remain. Now I'm someone who has 7 children. Now I don't know how I'm going to manage them. And there is no way you can explain to the government.
Of course, complaints are now too many. So, but of course, since it is the law, the government is saying that if we can do apiary, they can still get some money from honey.
NEMA is doing the right thing in the wrong way. Because conserving land is equally useful. But when you are conserving the land, you should also consider the locals. And the projects they are talking of are not friendly to us as farmers. They are talking about beekeeping along the river, and bees are dangerous also to the animals.
Some of the farmers or the community members and neighboring this river have not understood why the 100 meters, what are they for? We are taking action on this river to conserve it. We are targeting to restore more than 500 hectares. This cannot happen today alone because conservation is step by step. We have been getting a challenge in plantation of these trees. Career training of the farmers, it's still low, and that's why the trees are not surviving more. Even those which are surviving is from the passionate farmer. Some farmers are not minding about caring for these trees because they don't have much awareness of which importance is this tree in the future. Why are we planting it? Because in most cases, the organization bring trees and say, we are giving you trees, but which trees?
People here, most of the people here, they don't educate their children.
We had to form these clubs, meaning they were not there.
Please don't worry and be comfortable so long as we are with you.
So after forming them, we have engaged them in a number of capacity building sessions about mindset change in regards to environment conservation. Now, finding that there were no trees, and we now gave trees, but also supporting them to keep these trees growing. Now we worked closely with the director to make sure there is enough water to water these trees so that they don't dry up. Although we planted the trees both in the community and in the schools, the survival rate in the schools is much higher than in the local community.
I needed to plant trees because they help in the formation of rainfall. They again act as windbreakers. They provide us fruits which are sold to get money. They provide us with shades.
Surprisingly, when we are carrying out a tree planting campaign here in Kabende sub-county, one media personality told me something. It was like a warning. It was like, please, don't be like in the city where they plant trees every day, but we don't see trees. So I assured him that with the interventions, with all the energies we are putting in, ours will survive.
We know people want firewood. We are aware that it is the resource that at least people want to use every day for cooking. That's why UNH has the initiative of rocket energy saving stove, tree planting for firewood, to grow the wood around their farms, the kuchum bricks, that is alternative to firewood.
Tukatandikaho abokukoragana amakara obutwabaine ekizibu kyenku. We are using wastes like banana peelings, cassava, Irish and others. Tubantu koragana amakara ntubantu gakora obu tuli mu kusenya. Tukakeshaho kugenda mpaka bakatukwatirayo tuine sente z'okusasura n'okubonerayo ebizibu ebindi.
Other communities also have approached us asking for the science centers. It has forced UNH Foundation to develop 6 science centers, which means organization is growing its program to other communities for the same purpose, to conserve the forests.
Out of these clubs, they have a number of activities that they are tasked to do in the school as well as at home, because these are learners who come from home here, then they do what they do here, they go back home. So in the school, one of them is that they are the ones in charge of the environment.
We started even separating garbage, the things which are decaying and those ones which are not decaying, so that we can recycle them, we reuse them, and it's what we are doing.